What is up, guys? We are here today, and I want to point out, this is our first ever Guild Spotlight video. Okay, this is our first ever Guild Spotlight video, and before I get started, I just want to point out that not every single guild that is going to request being on the Guild Spotlight is going to make it. Okay, not every guild is going to. There are going to be requirements. If you guys want to know what those requirements are, just to give you an idea, you have to be a moderately sized guild. You can't be a small guild to get on a spotlight, because honestly there's not so much to spotlight. Now, I'm not saying that I won't try and help you guys, get some recruits or give you guys an honorary shout out. I'm not saying that, but to be in the spotlight, you guys have to be a larger guild. Okay, and the reason for the spotlight video is because everybody is tired of hearing about A to Z, KFK, M44, MCD, all these guilds everybody knows about. We need to put the spotlight on some of the other top guilds to give them their due respects. Okay, so this is that time. This is that video. Now, also, before we get started, I want you guys to take note of my new layout. Okay, we still have Gasm Cam up top. We still have the Gasm, well, I guess we never did have Gasm Chat, but we got Gasm Chat now down below, which there's gonna be nothing in Gasm Chat because we're not streaming right now, so nobody's gonna be chatting. And then, of course, down this way, we've got, well, you guys can see at the corner there, we've got Songstress of the Sea. God bless her. And we've got the Lords Mobile logo, because that is what we are here for, is Lords Mobile. Now, let's go ahead and get started. So we are in K33. We're looking at K33 right now. The first Guild Spotlight video ever goes to CT. Okay, so a big shout out to the Guild CT and K33. This is an Arab guild, so if you are an Arab player who is moderately to large size, because this is a war guild, okay, so you're not going to necessarily be, you may not be able to be a free-to-play player and keep up with these guys, okay, so keep that in mind. But if you are an Arab player, moderate to large size, check these guys out, okay? This may be a very good home for you guys, okay? Now, let's go ahead and look at this. I want to throw this out there, though, also, that we're not going to go through and look at everybody's gear. We're not going to go through and look at everybody's gear, because they don't know that they're on camera right now. They have no idea they're on camera. And I did some poking around the kingdom before I got started, just so I can give a proper review of the guild. But there's a couple things I noticed, and a couple things people have told me about this guild, that I have heard about this guild, that I want to throw out there, that really made an impression on me, that really makes me respect this guild. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to look at their leader, though. We're going to look at their leader. Let's look at their message first here, okay? Good afternoon. We have one enemy in the kingdom, DPS, which is their enemy. Hand in hand, let us throw it out of the kingdom. Okay, so let them throw it out of the kingdom. Beat these guys out. If you're in 33, be enemies with DPS. Screw DPS. DPS, you guys need to leave. Get out of there. Get out of there. All right, let's go ahead and look at their leader. Like I said, they don't know they're on camera, but their leader is in his war gear, so we're going to go ahead and look at him. Now, also, I want to mention that you're going to notice lower kills when you see these guys, but I'm going to explain that here as we go through the video, okay? They are a warring guild, and we can look at that by looking at their Diplo board here, okay? DPS is their war list, their enemy, okay? They have naps, they have allies. They also have requirements. If below 100 mil might, join C1T, C2T, okay? So you guys know the requirements to get into CT. It's the Arab Empire, by the way, all right? And they say they want fighters, no farmers. So keep that in mind, fighters, not farmers. Now, you guys are going to notice here 35 mil kills, okay? 35 mil kills. This is not what you see in A to Z or KFK, MCD, some of these other guys. And the reason for that is because some of these other top guilds, when they go into a kingdom, they burn everything. Everybody in that kingdom is a target to them. They don't care. That's it. They don't care. They want resources, that's it. They want resources and they want kills. That's all they do. Now, you have these guys here that I have heard a lot of good things about. They don't bully, okay? They're not bullies. Obviously, you can see that by his kills. They're not bullies. They're not out for blood. They're not going to sit there and burn every single guild every single day, multiple times a day, okay? They're not going to. And that is why their kills are lower. Their kills are based specifically on their enemies, all right? Now, you guys are going to hear some more cool things about this guild, and I hope it makes you guys respect them and appreciate guilds like this as much as I do as we go through this and you guys understand. So anyways, let's look at his gear here real quick before I just blab on too much. He's got two pieces of champion set here. He's got the blue main hand and the chest piece. He's got double Blight Ring, which you guys all know. I'm a huge fan of the Blight Ring. Gold Winter Mitts. Oh, you guys can see the rest of his gear. You can see the rest of the gear. Solid gear. I wish we could look at jewels. Unfortunately, I don't have access to people's accounts. Not that I want it. I'm never going to ask for any access to anybody's account because I understand the risk that's involved. So I'm not looking to do account reviews, but this is just a guild spotlight. So, but these guys do mean business. These guys do mean business. This is the ruling guild, like I said, in K33. Okay, so their leader, we know, has good gear set. Now, some of the other guys I was looking at, they're in research gear. They're in monster hunt gear. So, again, they don't know they're on camera. Otherwise, I would have let them know to go ahead and switch out to their war gear. So, this is shame on me. This is shame on me. So, I want to apologize for that. One thing I want everybody to note here, okay? One thing I want everybody to note, because this is one of the few guilds that I know of. This is one of the few guilds I know of, because these guys are a pretty strong guild. Look at that. These guys are what? 10, almost 11 billion might guild. Okay, so this is not a noob guild. This is not a noob guild. These guys mean business, and the reason I bring this up is because there's not many guilds like these guys that are out there, okay? And this is why I respect them so much. This is why I respect CT so much. All right, let me show you something here. This is the ruling guild in K33, all right? They run the base. But let's look at the forts, all right? You've got these guys, all right? Bright, I think this is their only fort. I think this is the only fort that CT controls, all right? Then you've got Sky Fort here. Notice that none of them are going to belong to their enemy DPS, okay? None of them belong to their enemy DPS. But from what I've heard, it's like a teamwork in the kingdom. If you are on their side or you are offering support, you fit, you know, you guys are active in war helping them. If you're helping them and you're a deserving guild. And what I mean by that is if you're like a 5 mil might guild, obviously you don't deserve a base. You don't, because you have no use for it. You have zero use for it. So if you're a deserving guild and you work with them and you support them, you get a base. They're not going to fight you over the base. Like a lot of other guilds, they have this ego thing. They have to run all the forts. They have to run all the forts in their kingdom and the base. Otherwise, they're not happy. So I really want to give a shout out to these guys because that is a respectable thing to do. That is how you build kingdom unity, and you can run your enemy as a team out of the kingdom, okay? And that is why I really feel bad, and I want to say rest in peace. Hashtag rest in peace to DPS, because you guys are screwed. You guys are screwed. You can't do anything. So let's have a little drink for DPS in the honor of all the soldiers they're gonna lose. So CT, again, I want to thank you guys for being the first guild spotlight that I'm doing. You guys check them out. They're in Kingdom 33. Great group of people. Again, if you are an Arab player, this would be a very good home for you. They're a family guild. They're very they're how do you want to say it? They're a unity based guild. They're not somebody that's, you know, they're a one for all, not all for one kind of guild. All right. So and it says a lot about them. And the fact that they let, like I said, other people in their kingdom have a fort says a lot about them. So I was hoping we'd be able to catch something. I was hoping we'd be able to see them, you know, get some action. But again, that's partly my fault because I did not tell them that they were on camera right now. So anyways, that is it for the guild shout out. I know. That's it for the guild shout out though. So again, if you guys feel that your guild meets the requirements or you would like to have a spotlight on your guild, please message me and I will go ahead and look at your guild. We can talk. You can hit me up on WeGamers. You can hit me up in game. I'm not just gonna look and just be like, no, not gonna happen. You know, maybe we'll find another way to give a shout out to your guild, but specifically for the spotlight videos, there are going to be requirements. Okay, so anyways, shout outs again to CT. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Stay sexy as fuck, and I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, and have a good Memorial Day. Have a good Memorial Day. I love you guys.